welcome, buongiorno and benvenuti to the ItalianCookingClass.com. This is Giuseppe here again. Thank you for joining us. On today's episode of the Italian Cooking Class, we are doing some self-saucing chocolate volcano puddings. They're actually self-saucing chocolate puddings, but they just erupt like a volcano, and massive chocolate has to happen because otherwise they're not really self-saucing. And they're a beautiful pudding. They're very simple. And the idea is just to get that right timing. It's got to come out so the centre is soft, not too soft that it falls apart as you pull it out. It's firm enough for it to hold its shape so it comes out, and soft enough for it as you spoon through it that it actually flows out beautifully, the chocolate. So we'll just run through these ingredients. Obviously nice compound chocolate, eggs, we're using 1 egg yolk and 4 whole eggs, butter, baking powder, good quality cocoa, like the chocolate, good quality chocolate, flour and some caster sugar. And what I'm going to do first of all is I'll just put the chocolate and butter together, and I'll put them in the microwave in a minute. Just show you what we do with these, how we butter and flour. Just a little bit of butter, a bit of paper towel, and we'll just wipe that in there like that. So just a little bit of flour in there. There we go. And that's it. That's all that we do. We'll put the sugar in there first. Four revs. We've preheated the oven to 180 degrees. We'll put that on for 10 minutes till it's nice and creamy and fluffy and light in colour. While that's going, I'm just going to melt down our chocolate and butter. And it's good to do it in intervals of about 10-15 seconds. And just give it a stir. Just give that a little mix there. The butter's melting well in advance of the chocolate. Oh, that's alright. So the butter's well melted, and now the chocolate's just going to follow. Just let that sit for a while. Okay, so this has been going now for about 10 minutes, and you can see how nice and thick and fluffy this beautiful mixture is. Just pour that out in there like that. Ah, stupendous. And as you can see, this is actually just melted down from the heat of the butter. We didn't put it back in the microwave. We'll pour this gently in there. So we'll just fold it in nice. And it is important to, when you're folding, to actually fold, because it's not about being perfect. They're just sometimes, you know, these type of things make a difference in the end result when we just take that little bit extra care. We will sift the flour, the baking powder and the cocoa all in together, and we'll fold that through as well. This will also stay in the fridge for a few days. Just means it takes a little bit longer in the oven. Cook it an extra, 5 minutes in the oven. But as you can see here, it's basically just a cake mix. Just got that nice evenness about it, and quite thick, just beautiful. See how nice and thick it is. We'll just pour this into the ramekins, and just keeping in mind that it does have to rise, so what we want is about half full, just over half full. That'll be ample. I'm just going to put this in the fridge for later, so just any container's fine. We've filled the ramekins up. Just a couple of things that it's important. Make sure you've got a good amount of butter and flour on the inside of the ramekin, so again the pudding doesn't stick to it. Also, just a couple of tricks that are important to make it work better. If you put it in the fridge, what will happen is it'll cool down, even if you let it cool down for a couple of hours, and ultimately when it's in the oven cooking, the inside will be colder and therefore won't cook as quick, and you'll get that nice effect of the molten chocolate flowing out when you spoon through it. Another thing is to have these ramekins flat on a tray or individually in the oven, specifically so that the heat goes all around it, because if you have it in a baking tray, what will happen is that the heat will come over the top first and it'll cook from the top down. What will happen is that the bottom of the pudding itself won't cook as good as the top will, so when you turn it over, what will happen is that the bottom will stay in the ramekin and it'll fall apart. Consistently keep working at it, because practice makes perfect. We'll throw these in and we'll just watch them. In about 10 minutes we'll pull them out. Alright, so they've been in the oven for 10 minutes, they feel pretty soft in the centre. We'll just let them sit there for a minute out of the oven so they cool down. So they look pretty good cooked around the walls. Just pry them away like that. Turn this upside down in our hand. Let's have a look at that. Oh, look at that. Nice gooey centre. That's nice. Nice gooey chocolate in the middle there. We'll just have a little taste. Drop dead gorgeous. That is tremendous. Self-sourcing chocolate pudding, folks, with the Italian cooking class. Thank you for watching. This is one of those recipes in life, and just as some things in life that you have to keep at it until you get it right, because you will, without a doubt. Buon appetito, arrivederci from the italiancookingclass.com. This is Giuseppe, grazie.